Well, good morning, good people. Another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Well, we are still moving forward on our little scene. And so here we go. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so let's see here. We are up to 69. So now we're going from 69 to 75. We're working in Rough Animator, by the way, for those who are new. We're going to take this exposure of 6 frames on this drawing down to 2, and then we're going to add in between. So 69, 75. So we're going to add an in between in here. Go to add drawing, add after. So 69, 75. Our first in between is going to be 71 right here. And remember that, oops, that changed the color to black. 71. The first in between that you make at any point is always called the what? The breakdown, right? Okay. So we've got Nora slightly turning her head a little bit. So I would say here, let's grab Nora's head here. We'll go copy, go to the in-between space, paste, and then we'll tilt it a little bit and position it so that it is in between. And then the way we check that is by stepping through it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well that looks like that's in the right spot. There we go. All right. Now let's see her body. Okay, so she's lifting the block out of the way. Well, let's see. We could grab her hands in the block here. So we'll go copy, go to the in-between space, paste, and then we can move the block so that it's in what we would think would be the in-between spot. Let's step through it. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well that's not too bad. Well, that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, then. So on her arm, yeah, all right. So the arm is bending, of course, here. There we go. Everything else is pretty much a direct in between. There we go. All right. Let's see. And probably something like that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You probably would see her whole foot here because Lenny will not have set the block down just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and trace her foot there. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, so now we got Lanny. So we got 1, see, 2, 3. So he's going from the up position here to there. So I think here we really are going to need to construct this head So let's come in here and do a rough positioning. So the eye line is going to be there, the nose kind of roughly here. Eyes probably there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Also, too, I think, he's looking at what he's holding, so I could go ahead and place the block in here as well. Of course, actually, okay, so the block is probably going to be maybe something 1, 2, 3. But you know what? I think I'm going to try something here. I'm going to move the block up more in an arc. If you remember yesterday, I was saying that sometimes things look better when they move in an arc. And I think that's the case here, is that I'm going to have it come up a little higher before it goes down. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's see. I was kind of looking at where he's going to end up. There we go. The hardest thing that you can do, of course, is have to construct something as it's moving in space. But of course, that's where the skill of drawing and everything, that's where you excel as an artist. This is the good stuff. You look forward, or at least I do anyway, to that part of the job, trying to figure out what is that drawing going to be, how is it going to look. You know, you take on the challenge. Don't be afraid of a challenge to draw something or to get the proportions or whatever right. Just dive into it. You know, if you get something wrong, that's okay. You get it wrong, you go back, you try it again. You know, the way that you succeed as an artist is you must just continue to work to improve yourself and to be better at what you do. And it's that persistence that gets you to the prize where you win at some point. Um, Quitting, giving up, throwing up your hands and saying, "Oh, I can't do that." All you're doing there is you're just defeating yourself before the time of success. The success is something that comes as a result of the effort that you put in, and you just continuously put in effort until you get to the final thing. So it's just that's just the way it has to work. there isn't any real um, cheat way to cheat your way through something. You sometimes you're going to have to just put in the work. You know, so yeah, and everything isn't always going to be perfect. Some you're going to have little flubs. I think this is okay. I think the head's maybe a bit big. Let's see. I think what I could do here is grab the head, maybe shrink it a little bit. I'm going to try that, see what happens. Hit the shift key, bring it down just a smidgen. See how that works. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. So let's play it. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, 71, 75. Okay, so we need another drawing in here to go from here, 71 to 75. So we'll go save. Let's save first. Okay, and then we're going to add a drawing after. So this drawing will be 73. Right? I think I'm going to do Lenny first. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is use the last head, since that's where I'm going to end up. When you're moving from drawing to drawing, sometimes you're able to um, favor one drawing or another. In this case, I want to favor the drawing that I'm going to. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, I could in between it and turn it a little bit more if I wanted to. But I'm going to favor this drawing by copy pasting. Um, in a way, by doing that, it kind of um, it makes the final position a more of a cushion. So now what I'm doing is I'm copying the block, even though I could have just copy pasted it. I'm tracing it, but I'm going to position the block differently because if you recall, I had him sort of bring the block up higher and move it in an arc. So I'm kind of taking that into account here as he sets it down. So now I want to make sure that I got his hand on the block properly as he shifts his weight around to get the block, so he's got to get 1, 2, 3, 4, you see. So you can see he's bringing the block around and down, right? So he's not doing it in a straight line. He's kind of going in an arc. And that was my original intent, so that the movement was a little more in an arc. And it creates a little bit more interesting movement. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, hmm. Okay. A bit of a. All right. Dink, dink, dink. All right. Well, this is good too because then I'll see how much of Nora I need to draw. So let's see. Okay, so Nora's head's going to go from there to, well, from there to there to there. Okay, so we got to go from here to there. Well, so I'll grab this drawing here. 71. Copy. Go to the in-between space. Paste it. And then we're going to adjust it so it's in the halfway position. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, now that looks good. Okay, so then she's there, and then she's there. Oh, I see she's pulling it back. Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's see then. We'll grab the block in her hands. Let's see. Copy, paste. So we want to move that to there. Is that where we want it to go? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Oh, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. I'm going to hit save on this. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. Okay. It's there, there. See, that's going to be there. Let's here. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see. And this leg is over here. Trace that back. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's play that. Yeah. I think once we get, yeah, when we come out of this, like the next couple of, oh, that's good. We got to slow out to get to here. That's good. I think we really need that to cushion when he sets it down, because right now it looks like he's just kind of dropping it real quick. Right there. I want to cushion that action as he comes out of it. You know, it always surprises me too when I look at a scene and I see how it's developing. It's really kind of encouraging to see how it builds. So, all right. Well, we are coming up on 20 minutes here, so I think we will stop. All right, folks. Well, look, today's Friday, so I'm going to rest for the weekend. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget to thank God for your talents and gifts each and every day. Give Him praise, thanks, and honor. God sustains us all, and we should be very, very thankful for all that He does in our lives. Okay? Um, and once again, if you are interested in taking a class with me, feel free to contact me through my website, which is connected to this channel. I also have information there where you can email me. So feel free to do it that way if you're interested. I pray you all enjoy these videos. They're here for your help and instruction. I do them in real time because I think it's a lot more beneficial to you if you see something in real time. All right, then. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you on Monday. And don't forget, Jesus is Lord.